Man, I don't know how Joaquin Phoenix does that, man. It actually really hurt. Joker is a new movie from Warner Brothers and DC. It is actually not part of the DC Extended Universe, so it is not part of the universe with Man of Steel, Shazam, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman, because those are the only four that exist in the DC Extended Universe, in my opinion. Apparently, this is like some new DC label. This is some new DC Black label is what they're calling it, where they do like standalone films. Something like that. If you don't know, Joker has also caused a lot of controversy. I will not get into that controversy. You can Google it yourself. But I'll just say this. There's a lot of security at my screening. Checking bags, scanning you, making sure that everybody was safe. So, that's all I'll say regarding that. Google the controversy if you want to learn more about that. Joker is about a man named Arthur Fleck, and it takes place in 1981, in which Arthur Fleck is a failed stand-up comedian. He believes he is rejected by not only society, but humanity. And he feels like he is getting laughed at no matter where he goes. He also has a laughing disorder that causes people to laugh at him. And because of all this, his life starts to spiral downward and out of control, and it leads to a life of crime and chaos in Gotham City. I've always kind of been against an actual standalone Joker origin movie. I'm fine with it in Batman 89, because that at least has Batman in it. And Jack Nicholson made the Joker iconic. I think that was a really unique way to introduce movie audiences to the Joker. I've always been a fan of the mysticism behind the Joker character. I felt like he's a character you don't need to know where he comes from, because that's always been a big strength of Heath Ledger's Joker. That's been a big strength of Mark Hamill's Joker from the animated series. That's been a big strength of the Joker character in the actual comics itself. What I love about live-action Jokers, though, like Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, that monstrosity does not count at all, is that each of them brings something new to the table. And before I get into how I feel about Joaquin Phoenix as Joker in this movie and Arthur Fleck and how great Joaquin Phoenix is in this movie, because it's a given. He's great. He's great in everything. He may have missed the battle, but I don't know if he missed the war. He's great in everything. I want to talk about the musical score to this movie, because the score is something that really fits in with the tone of this movie. It is haunting, it is traumatizing, it is dreary, it is depressing, but it fits with what the movie is going for. Lots and lots of disturbing, eerie violins within this soundtrack. And again, Joaquin Phoenix, perfect. This could be the movie that nets him an Oscar nomination yet again. He deserves an Oscar nomination for this movie. He might actually win. I've been saying for the entire year that Robert Downey Jr. deserves an Oscar for his work in Endgame. He's got some competition now. Yeah, no doubt about it. This movie plays on so many different themes. I do like how it's more of a slow burn type of movie. The violence doesn't always explode onto the screen whenever the movie feels like it's going to. It goes for a more nuanced approach. It's a lot more grounded in its storytelling. It's a very low-budget film. For a comic book movie, it's only got about like a $55 million budget as opposed to a $250 to $300 million budget, and it's already going to make a lot of that back in its opening weekend. It's already tracking $160 million in its opening weekend. So that just says a lot about how much time and effort was put into telling a story about a man who feels failed by society, yet decides to take matters into his own hands and becomes insane. It's basically the movies The King of Comedy, Falling Down, and Taxi Driver all put together. That's what this movie is. You take every aspect of every main character in those movies, Travis Bickle, character from King of Comedy, and Michael Douglas's character in Falling Down. I don't remember their names in those movies. This is what Arthur Fleck is in this movie. It's a traumatizing, haunting, terrorizing at times, yet what I feel is an accurate portrayal of, at least I believe, of somebody like this. Somebody that would go insane like this. The movie does a very good job at making that its central focus. The action here is never in the forefront. The violence is very unexpected, and I could see a little bit of where this controversy with the movie and its violence kind of fits in real life scenarios, because there is something towards the end where I was like, I could just picture some crazy celebrity who's insane doing that on a talk show. And I'm not going to explain what it is because it would be spoiler territory. That's the type of movie we're getting here. This is a more slow burn, character-driven study. You are studying the character of Arthur Fleck, how he became Joker. And when I initially walked out of the movie, I was kind of disappointed because I was expecting something more along the lines of Jack Nicholson's Joker or Heath Ledger's Joker, and the movie never really gets as crazy as that. It gets crazy, but it never gets as crazy as Joker trying to blow up a hospital or deciding to try and blow up 2 different ferries. It never gets as crazy as that, and I think that that's kind of where my disappointment lied within the movie. However, I did think on it, and I was like, that's not really the point of the movie. This is to illustrate how the Joker becomes the clown prince of crime that we all know him to be. It's not supposed to be some big grand scheme Joker plan that we all come to know. It's supposed to be a more grounded approach to the Joker character. And that's something I really appreciated about this movie. Robert De Niro is also in this movie. He's got a decent amount of screen time. I did have a problem with his character at first, but then when he popped up in the movie more, I was like, I get why we're only seeing so little of him and why his character's not that fleshed out. It's because he is a talk show host. He's not the central focus of the movie, even though there's stuff that comes back around with him plot-wise. Again, won't spoil it. But it was a character for as little content as he was given. I thought Robert De Niro did a really good job, and I actually really enjoyed that character, and I kind of want to be on that talk show now. The one thing in this movie that I don't think needed to be in this movie was Zazie Beetz' character. Zazie Beetz, you might remember her from Deadpool 2. She was actually one of the highlights of Deadpool 2. I think you could have just cut her out of this movie completely. Her character did not have to be in this movie. There's nothing to her character. Her character did not add to the progression of Arthur Fleck's storyline for me. It just felt like something that was just thrown in there for the sake of giving Arthur Fleck a love interest, and it didn't add anything to the movie. Kind of there. It's something that could have been left on the cutting room floor. Or if you're going to do like an extended cut of the movie, those are the scenes that I would put in like an extended cut or something. I think Joker will be a hard film for some people to get through. It's slow. It's a traumatizing character study, but it is a more grounded approach to the Joker character while staying true to the Joker character. This isn't some, as I've said before, this isn't some big gargantuan Joker plan that we've come to know. This is the origins of Joker and how Joker became the clown prince of crime. We're going to give Joker an A. Guys, I also have a sponsor / promo for this video, and that is the Twitter page YouTube Community. On YouTube Community, you can have your YouTube page featured on one of their tweets. All you have to do is like their tweet, retweet their tweet, and tweet your link to your YouTube channel below. That way other content creators can see your content that you produce on YouTube, and that way you can interact with other content creators and subscribe to their content as well. You can also get affordable ads packaging. In order to be featured on a tweet, you have to subscribe to ads packaging for them. At a very affordable price, they will offer you some package deals for ads, and these ads that they put out are tweets. Get hundreds of retweets and thousands of likes. Find your subscriber count going up, and you will find your viewership going up. You will find a lot of people engaging in your videos a lot more than you already have. This has helped me out in the long run a lot. I thank them a lot for getting me to the point where I am today, and I hope you guys definitely check them out, send them a message, talk about those ads, those package deals. I did some good package deals through them, and they're very affordable, so hope you guys check them out. Over here on the left, you guys can check out some past reviews I have done. You can hit that and subscribe as well to get more content. More content coming very soon. I have a lot of horror movies I want to review for October for my 2019 Halloween Spooktacular. Already started that off with my review of Blade. Hope to see you guys very soon. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.